name is Andy Schönen, and I'm going to show the schedule pipeline execution policy feature. And I have a group here with a single project in it. And to enforce the policy on this group, we first need to create another project that's going to hold the security policy configuration. There's a short path I usually take because we can just add policies here. And then I'm going to add a simple scan execution policy. And this is going to create a project with the right configuration for me already. So we have a project and it has the policy, security policy configuration file over here with my scan execution policy in it. So before we can enable the add the scheduled pipeline execution policy, we need to enable the experiment. So we need to add this part to the configuration. Over here. Okay, let's merge this. All right, now we can go back to the group page and the security policy configuration. Oh, first of all, I forgot something. We need to create a CI config file. So I'm going to create this in the same project as the security policy configuration is. And this is also the recommended way to do it, because otherwise the scheduled pipeline might not have access to the file if it's another project, and if it's a private project, this probably doesn't work. So, but if we create it in the same policy configuration project, we can make sure it has access to this file. So I'm going to call this schedule policy CI YAML. And I'm just going to create a simple job. Runs on a test stage and prints hello world. Let's remember the file name because we're going to need this in a second. All right, now go back to the group page and open the policy editor, and we're going to add a new policy here, which is a pipeline execution policy. And then we're going to select schedule new here. This only appears if we enable the experiment. So we add this experiment snippet to the policy configuration. And then we're going to select the project and the file we just created. And we want to run the schedule daily. Let's say at like 10 o'clock. And we can choose a distribution here. So let's say the jobs will be distributed over 1 hour. This is for the case when there's a lot of projects in the group and we don't want to start all the pipelines at the same time. This might overwhelm our runners, so we want to distribute this a little bit. So we can say distribute this over 4 hours, and then the jobs will be created randomly in this 4-hour time window. And we need to give it a name. All right, now going back to the policies page, we should see our new policy listed here. And something wrong. We now want to try it in our test project. So before we can try it, we let's make sure it has a security policy bot. Yes, so this bot will be created as soon as a security policy project is linked to this one or to the group. And this bot will be used as a triggerer for the new schedule pipeline. So in theory, we would have to wait for the next day and then wait for the time window for this new pipeline to be executed. But if we have console access, we can take a shortcut. So let's open a console. And we also need to copy our project ID. And then we're going to find the schedule record for this project. So I'm just going to copy this here and put our project ID in here. There we go. And then we can trigger the worker. That's the security pipeline execution policies run schedule worker. For our schedule ID. Okay, it's done. Let's see if there's a pipeline. Yes. So this is the pipeline I just started. And you can see here's my policy job. That says hello world. And we can also see that this pipeline was triggered by the security policy bot. And we're currently working on the dry run feature, so we don't have to wait for another day to test the pipeline or to have console access. And this will be a way to test this quicker and make sure everything works as expected. Thank you for watching.